In January 2001, 32-year-old Pamela Shelley had recently moved to Texas from Arkansas with her 2 children, hoping for a fresh start. She had reconnected with an old friend, Ronnie Hendrick, who invited her to live with him in Cuero, Texas. At first everything seemed fine, but friends back in Arkansas noticed Pamela became distant and anxious. Within a few weeks, she told them she wanted to return home. On January 5th, Pamela packed her belongings and was preparing to leave. She called her family and said Ronnie was angry that she had decided to move back. Hours later, she was found in the bathroom of Ronnie's trailer with a gunshot wound to the head. Ronnie told authorities that Pamela had taken her own life. Pamela was taken to a hospital, where she lingered in a coma for 2 days before dying. Her death was ruled a suicide, and the case was closed. But Pamela's family never believed she had ended her own life. Her parents said she had too much to live for, especially her children, and had been making concrete plans to return to Arkansas. The investigation was sloppy. The scene was not secured properly, key witnesses were not questioned thoroughly, and the gun used in the shooting was not tested for fingerprints. Ronnie Hendrick was never seriously treated as a suspect at the time. Over the years, Pamela's family kept pressuring law enforcement to revisit the case. They hired a private investigator who discovered inconsistencies in Ronnie's story. Witnesses claimed Ronnie had been violent in the past and that Pamela feared him. One of his former partners said he had threatened to kill her in a similar way. In 2012, over a decade after Pamela's death, investigators reclassified the case as a homicide and reopened it. Forensic experts reviewed the gunshot wound and found it inconsistent with a self-inflicted injury. In 2014, Ronnie Hendrick was arrested and charged with the murder of Pamela Shelley. During his trial in 2016, the prosecution argued that Ronnie killed Pamela after she told him she was leaving. They presented testimonies from multiple women who described him as manipulative and abusive. The defense claimed there was still not enough physical evidence to prove murder beyond a reasonable doubt. The jury disagreed. After years of persistence by Pamela's family, Ronnie Hendrick was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 40 years in prison. It was a delayed justice, but one her children and parents had fought for tirelessly.